Namaskar, everyone.
Harish bhai, तुम्हारा आज Zoom is directly from TV.
Namaskar.
We have connected with the TV.
We have connected with the television. Quite a few people joining. There is going to be a Varsha Sood joining and some other people joining as well. So yeah, let them in, please. Yeah.
Allow all the participants to join on their own.
There we are.
All done. And you are the host.
Okay.
Yogesh.
But can you make a co-host? Because otherwise I have to let people in or...
No, people will be automatically allow them to log in when they log in.
No, I think the waiting room is there, isn't it? So...
Okay, so yeah, I don't know why I created waiting room. We don't need waiting room.
Anyway.
Please, sir.
So namaskar, everyone.
Namaskar.
Harish bhai, Urvashi ben, Bhunesh, Mahendra, Varsha, Pragna ben, lovely to see you. So, Bhuvan, do we have 40 minutes or do we have like a little bit more?
See, we have 40 and then we can always log back
No.
needed.
We'll stick to 40 because otherwise it becomes too much. So let's do this. I'm just going to start with the Guru Vandana and then we will start. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Para Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Okay, so the lockdown and Corona has brought a lot of problems, but it brought a lot of opportunities as well. Can you see my screen and can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, perfect.
So one of the benefits I had was that I always wanted to learn about yoga and pranayama. I always interested in that. But then in lockdown, I managed to do the training course and achieved the formal qualification. Now, congratulations. Thank you. So a lot of you might be knowing a lot about yoga and pranayama. So please excuse me if I'm just repeating. But what I'm doing doing it at the level where we assume that people have got very only preliminary knowledge. So let's do that. I got about 2 or 3 minutes of presentation and everything else is a practice. That's what we're going to do because that's what matters. Okay. So what is pranayam? The pranayam is, there are 8 steps into the Ashtanga Yoga, which are the Nam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, then it goes all the way to the Samadhi. So most of the people in West would only think yoga as the postures or asanas, but there are 8 postures. So this is the 4th one, which known as pranayama. Pran is a life force, and the gross manifestation of the pran is the breathing. And when you control, when you expand, when you stretch your prana, that is when it is known as pranayama. So that's simply an exercise to do that. And this has been designed by our Rishi as Munis to get to the highest goal, which is obviously a salvation. Upanishad says that the soul has got 5 different bodies. So the first body is what is called Annamaya Kosh, or a physical body, DNA. The next one is called a Pranamaya Kosh, which is the energy body. The next one is the Manomaya, which is like emotions, mind. The next one comes Vijnanmaya, which is a wisdom, intellect, higher. And the 5th one is Anandamaya, which is the bliss one. So the pranayama works on all of them, but mainly onto the second one, which is the energy one. And then they say that there are 72,000 channels of energy in our body, and then there are 7 chakras. Okay, so coming to the simple basics, that we have got a diaphragm, which is a large muscle which separates the chest and the abdomen. So whenever you expand, you take a deep breath, the diaphragm goes down, rib and chest can expand, and then bring more air to this. and when the diaphragm returns to the normal phase, then the air comes out. So when you actually breathing out, inhale, the tummy should go out. When you breathe out, the tummy goes in. That is what is known. Now, when we were born, we were mainly doing the diaphragmatic breathing because that is the most efficient. But when we grow up, the breathing becomes more of a subconscious effort, and we forget, and mainly the breathing becomes chest, and even that again doesn't get utilized. So the pranayam brings both the chest and the diaphragmatic breathing into the action. The animals whose this is the respiration rate per minute for different animals, and the animals whose respiration rate is higher than human being, they got a shorter lifespan, and the animals who breathe slower than human being, they got a longer lifespan. So that is a simple little analogy to suggest that the pranayam or controlling your breathing can improve longevity. There are a number of studies which say that it improves almost all the sort of problem, obesity, diabetes, heart problem, anxiety, all sorts of diseases. It does really work in that, and there are a number of studies suggest that helps. Okay, so there are 7 pranayams, and I'm going to combine them a little bit with some asanas as well. So this is the last slide because I haven't prepared slide for everyone, otherwise it just becomes a bit in and out. So we will start this one, then I'll hand over the hosting to you because there's nothing to share after this. So the first pranayam is called Udgita pranayam. I'll demonstrate it once and we do it very simple one. Okay, so now how do we? You sit comfortably,
So
either
Yogesh,
onto the chair or onto
Yogesh,
the floor.
are you showing it to
Better.
us? Sir, are
Sorry?
you showing it?
Yeah, so we are
Because
sitting in the,
then you need to stop sharing the screen so we can see you.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll stop the share so you can see me a bit better.
Right.
That's better.
Okay, so now we are sitting, so you can sit in a chair, you can sit on the floor, it doesn't really matter. Make sure that if you're sitting on the a chair, then you don't wear shoes or socks and then you touch the Mother Earth, because I think that's when you get your energy. But you need to sit in a comfortable position, so it doesn't really matter. If you are not used to sitting on the floor, then keeping a small cushion under the buttock does really help a little bit, but that is something, a little tip. Okay, now there are a number of mudras and there is a topic by itself, but the mudra which are commonly I remember is a Gyan mudra when you touch the index finger. So that is extremely useful for the nervous system, or anybody who has got a physical, if anybody has got a physical problem with the arthritis, then you do known as this is called Apan Mudra. So basically, you touch the index finger to the base of the thumb, whichever feels comfortable. Use one of those, and your palm is facing upward. We are receiving energy. Govindra bhai, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's start. Let's start with the Udgit pranayam, where we take a deep breath. And then we start saying Om, and when we spend about 70 to 80% time on O and 20 to 30% time on Ma, and we are going to say that 3 times. I will demonstrate once and we do all together 3 times. When you say O, make sure that you make like a little circle with your lips. And once you start doing it, you will start feeling a bit of a tingling there, because that's where the energy starts flowing. So I'll demonstrate once. Ooh, like that, and then you go to the mum. Okay, it's very simple. Let's do it all together 3 times. Take a deep breath. Either close your eyes or have a soft gaze. Another one. Thank you. So now we are ready to do our pranayam. Some of the health warning. If you are pregnant, if you have got abdominal or spinal surgery done in last 6 months or a heart surgery done in last 6 months, if you got a high blood pressure or a heart problem, then you should do the things very slowly and cautiously. And these are some of the health warning. Otherwise, the pranayam is free, no side effects, very easily done and extremely beneficial. Okay, so let's go to our next pranayam, that is known as Bhastrika. So the Bhastrika is like a bellow of an ironmonger. So it does sort of like that. Okay. So we are using, again, the breathing is through the nose, coming out through the nose. And simply you are using our chest. So we are going to do this. I'm going to demonstrate it. So we take a deep breath in and deep breath out. But what I found is that if you use your hands together, it does work a bit better. So I'll demonstrate. We just say, breathe in and breathe out forcefully like that. Okay. So when you push it down, you breathe out forcefully from your nose and then breathe in when you go up. Okay. So that's what we do. And we are going to do that 30 times. Okay. So let's do that. This is called Bhastrika, like a bellow of the ironmonger. So do it at your own pace. Breathe in when you go up, breathe out when you come out. Fill your lungs as much as you can. Empty your lungs as much as you can. When you breathe in, imagine the divine air goes in. When you breathe out, imagine that the impurities, diseases, things like that are going out. Okay, relax. Well done all. I think everybody is great. So now I'm going to incorporate some exercises with this. So let's do some upper limb exercises. So we stretch our palms there. And one of the joint which gets affected commonly is the joint of the base of the thumb, which we don't exercise. So we take the base of the thumb and touch to the base of the little finger, tip of the thumb to the, okay? And when we rotate it like that, clockwise, 5 times, very simple. Your thumb goes, touches the base of the little finger and comes back. And then rotate it anti-clockwise. Again, the aim is to touch the tip of the thumb to the base of the little finger. And that the joint at the base of the thumb can get arthritis. So that is done. Okay. So now next one we are going to do is the fist. And we are going to pick it up, rotate it completely and bring it back. And we do 5 circles clockwise and 5 circles anti-clockwise. Excellent. So the next one we're going to do our shoulder. So again I demonstrate and then we do follow me. So we are going to do 5 circles clockwise and 5 anti-clockwise. So like this, we touch the elbow, we go as much as behind possible and then we come like that. Okay. And when the rule is very simple in the yoga, when you go backwards is breathing in, when you go forward is breathe out. Okay. So let's do 5 circles clockwise and 5 anti-clockwise. Try to make as big a circle as you can, please. Because your shoulder blade moves around the chest, and if you're not done it for a while, this might give you a little bit of stretch, the stiffness will go out, okay? And then anti-clockwise 5. Extremely good for the frozen shoulders or tendonitis and things like that. And then stretch it little bit like that. And stretch your triceps a little bit like that. Okay, so that is just a little bit of stretching because side. Okay, so now we are back again. So let's do another 30 of the Bhastrika like we did it before. Okay, let's do that. Everybody comfortable with the Bhastrika? Any questions? Yeah, good.
Wonderful.
You please carry on doing it. So when you breathing in, divine air goes in. When you breathe out, all the negativity, all the worries, all the anxiety, anger that goes out, all the diseases goes out, our body becomes healthy, the mind becomes healthy. Okay, so 30. I wasn't counting, but hope you got okay. So you feel a bit energized now. So let's do our pranayam number 2, which one is known as the Kapalabhati. So Kapalabhati is a glowing the forehead, and you can only have a glow on the face if your body and mind are healthy. So this one is done where you breathe out forcefully with your stomach. So you're breathing out through the nose, it's again through the nose, and you breathe out forcefully through the stomach, and breathing is automatic. So when you breathe out, the stomach goes in. So I'll demonstrate, because if I see in the side, you'll be able to see it better, and then we will start. So take a deep breath in and breathe out. Okay, just a little caution. Breathing in is automatic. So we are not doing this. Okay, simply breathing out at the rate which is comfortable for you. Some people like a little bit faster, some people like a bit slower. Doesn't really matter. You should be comfortable. Yoga should be comfortable to your body. You are not, I don't think the no pain, no gain applies here. Okay, so please, if it hurts, listen to the body. So let's do some Kapalabhati, and we will do for 1 minute. I got a timer here, so I'll mind the time. So let's do the Kapalabhati for 1 minute. 20 seconds to go. That's well done. So Kapalabhati, we are all clear. So now we are going to do some neck exercises. Okay. So before we start with the neck, we are going to do some eye exercises. So eye has got 8 muscles, and we don't exercise them enough. So what we're going to do is sit comfortably without moving the neck, look at the ceiling, and then we look at the floor. Then we look onto the left corner of the room. Then we look onto the right corner of the room. And we bring it back to neutral. And then we start a circle which will start at the 12 o'clock position, and then we will start first one clockwise and one anti-clockwise. So look on the 12 o'clock on the top ceiling, then on the right corner, then come down to the, and then go to the 9 o'clock left corner, and then bring it back to the neutral. And then we start anti-clockwise. We look up, look on the left, look on the down without moving the head. Okay. So we have exercised 6 of the muscles. The 2 muscles we need to exercise again. So what we do is we take a thumb and put it in front of our in front of us, and then fixing our both eyes onto the tip of the thumb, we bring the thumb gently closer to us between the 2 eyebrows. Excellent. So this one, our eye exercises. So the next pranayam we are going to do is known as Anulom Vilom. So we're going to do Anulom Vilom, is called alternate nostril breathing. So alternate, let me put a gallery view if I can do that.
This is also fine, sir,
It's
because
okay,
here
fine.
we can
So
see you,
I can see you guys better. That's what I was more interested.
but
You can
here
see
we
me.
can see you better.
Sorry, would you prefer the spotlight view?
Yeah, it is on right now for the
Okay,
recording
that's
at
fine. So
least.
we'll keep it that way.
No
So,
need to
so,
change
so, so the next one is Anulom Vilom, is the alternate nostril breathing. We are going to use middle two finger and the thumb, and we close the right nostril with the thumb. We breathe out from the left one. Then we breathe in from the left one again. Then you choose the middle two finger to close the left nostril, and then it comes out from the right nostril. Wherever it comes out, it goes back in. So it goes back in from the right. Then we close, and it comes out to the left. And that is a circle we are going to do like this. Now, slight variations you will see wherever. So when you take a breath in, you can hold it for a moment or two. Imagine that that air is going all around your body like a vacuum cleaner, giving a nice cleaning to your all parts of the body. If you've got a pain in one particular part where you can focus a little bit more and say my knee is hurting, then it goes to the knee or whatever, and it cleans everything out. And when the air comes out, it comes out with all the diseases, impurities we don't want in our body. Okay, so let's do some Anulom Vilom. The recommendation is that you start taking out from your left nostril. Breathing out from the left nostril is the starting point. Okay, breathe in through the left, breathe, close it, and then breathe out from the right. Breathe in through the right, close the right one, breathe out from the left. Again, we're going to do it for about 1 minute. As you can see, if your arm gets a bit tired, like Bhupendra Bhai is holding it, you can support it with your other arm, and it does help. And relax. Okay, so we're done. So we done this Anulom Vilom. Anulom Vilom is recommended for about 5 minutes. Okay, so next type of exercise we want to do is our neck exercise. Okay, so neck exercise we are going to do is we are going to put our hand in front of the forehead and just simply push the neck against the hand. So we are not pushing the hand back, but we simply pushing the head towards the hand, and muscles on the back will contract, and we count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Some people prefer it this way. There's another way of doing it as well, if that is more comfortable. But basically you are bending the neck, but you are resisting it. So if neck doesn't move, simply muscle gets stronger. Then we do the back. You can put one hand or whatever, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you do your right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the left. So these are called isometric exercises, where the muscles get stronger but the joints don't move. So now we are going to do the movement of the neck. Extremely careful. If you got a blood pressure, if you got migraines and things like that, just be under full control and do it very gently and do it under full control. Okay, no jerky movements, no sudden movements, no speed required. Okay, so we are breathing in and we go backwards. And we breathe out. And we go forward and touch the chin to the chest. One more time, breathing in. Very slowly, very gently, under control. Breathe out. Bring it back to neutral. And now, without moving your shoulders, try to turn left as much as you can, gently. Nice stretch, feeling good. Bring it back. On the right side now. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed and they are not turning. And we bring it back. And the last set of doing is we're bending the neck and we're getting a nice stretch to the muscle which normally harbors all our stress and tension. Trapezius muscle. We bring it back to neutral and we excellent. So let's do 1 more minute of Anulom Vilom. Okay. Divine air goes in, stays in, gives a nice cleaning to the body. All the impurities comes out. Beautiful divine air goes in, giving a nice cleansing to the mind and body. All the diseases, all the impurities, everything we don't want in our mind and body comes out. "15 seconds to go." Okay.
Yogesh,
So what we're going
Yogesh, for some reason your screen is frozen.
now is
Has it dropped out?
I think that
Let me call him.
યોગેશભાઈની સ્ક્રીન ફ્રીઝ થઈ ગઈ.
No, actually he has dropped out.
Oh dear. આ તો we can carry on. અનુલોમ વિલોમ કર્યું. Where is he? નથી આવવાનું. ડ્રોપ ડાઉન થઈ ગયા, પાછા આવશે?
આવશે.
મેડમ શું કહ્યું આપે?
અનમ્યુટ કરીને બોલી તો. બધા મ્યુટ.
પ્રજ્ઞાન બીજું પ્રાણાયામ કરાવો. ચાલો હવે આપણે અનુલોમ
પેલા થોડીક વચમાં એક્સરસાઇઝ કરાવે છે તો આ નેકની ને કરી તો હવે કેન યુ જસ્ટ મૂવ યોર હિપ્સ. Inhale, first inhale, move from your left.
Hi Yogla, you're joining, right? Okay, fine. Come back
Go
again.
around 3 times, circle. You go 3 times anti-clockwise. Wonderful. Wonderful. So this is the hip flexing exercise. Now, last one pranayam we have left is.
Yeah, આવી ગયો છે પાછો.
આવી ગયા?
Yogesh,
Okay, we are going to do first આપણે
Yogla.
Brahmari.
રામડી પાણા.
Okay, so any more Yogeshbhai આવ્યા કે shall I explain?
I'm back here. Oh,
Okay.
Pragyanan can take over. That's great.
no.
Is also.
I think
Yogesh,
it just said unknown error occurred, and it just logged me out. With a due respect to all the ladies, I always say that vehicle, Wi-Fi, and wife, they work wonderfully when they work. When they don't work, they go faulty. Don't know what happened. Let's do this. So we sit.
હવે જો 8 મિનિટ રહ્યા છે by the way to the
Okay, we
call.
got 8 minutes left.
We
Okay.
can always come back if needed.
Let's come back.
What everybody think? Shall we finish in 8 minutes or shall we finish the pranayams, all of them?
All of them. We should re-log in.
Okay, we can re-log in. I promise it's only about another 15 minutes, 20 minutes is max I need.
So let's use the 8 minutes right now for one more
let's do the
pranayam.
8 minutes now.
And then we'll come
So-
back.
So this is known as Mandukasana. So we're going to put both our fists there on the side of the umbilicus. We're going to give it a nice compression to the abdomen.
Hmm.
And then we are going to breathe out while we go forward. And then we do Kapalbhati 30 times. Like that. Idea is to compress your abdomen. So we are giving a good compression to the liver, pancreas, kidneys, adrenals, and they are very vital organs. Extremely good for diabetes. We do 30 times. Okay, we come back. The second variation is we put palm on the top of the palm and again give a compression. Breathe out. And then we do 30 times Kapalabhati. And the last one is called Shashakasana, which is a child pose, which is really nice. So you lean backwards, breathe in, and then lean forward and go like a child. And put your forehead and then do Kapalbhati for 30.
ના આ ચાલ્યું છે વજ્રાસન તો ખાલી બસ આવું બેઠા હોય નહીં તો
You can do that even in the chair. You can do it in the, like, if you're more comfortable like that, you can do it like that as well because it works. Whichever position you comfortable, listen to the body. So that's that. Okay, so the next one we are going to do is going to do for our back. So we will stretch the legs. Okay, and this can be done in the chair. Now please observe this before you start doing it because it's a little bit tricky. So what we do is we take our right leg and put it onto the outer side of the left knee. And whichever leg goes cross, that's the arm which goes back. Okay, and then we are going to take the other hand on the other side of the knee and look onto the right shoulder. So basically, the right leg goes across on the outer side of the left knee. The right neck should be on the outer side of the left knee. The right arm should be behind. And then what is your left arm doing is that put on the outer side of the right knee. So once you've done that, you're stretching your back gently and you're looking over your right shoulder, and then we do Kapalbhati 30 times because we know Kapalbhati how to do that now. So
medical.
let me just see
Purvi taro
how.
hath
I think
ઊંધો
everybody is
છે.
doing wonderfully well. Yeah,
Urvashi.
Urvashiben, yeah, push your right hand towards to give it a push.
હાથ છે ખોટો છે
Yeah, on the other side. It should be on
Other
the.
side. That's better.
So thing to remember is whichever palm is on the ground, that is the sole on the ground. Okay, so right leg, then the right sole would be touching the floor and the right palm would be on the sole. Sole and a palm from the same side will be touching Mother Earth. And then it comes. So you don't forget that. Okay, so let's do it the other way around. Now we take our left leg, put it on the outer side of the right knee, and then we look to our left hand behind us, and then our right arm on the outer side of the left.
Right over the finger. Yeah,
અમીનભાઈ તમારું ખોટું છે.
જો
Thank you, Pranav.
Opposite leg and opposite hand. એક ડાબો પગ હોય તો right hand. You have to fold it.
રાઈટ સાઈડ તો પછી લેફ્ટ
Okay, so one.
આમ કેવું હોય ને તો આ પગ છે ને એટલે આ થવાનું પછી આ આમ થવાનું. હવે એ તો મારે
રાઈટ સેમ
If,
સાઈડ
if you are crossing your right leg, then you are looking behind on the right shoulder.
બેક હેન્ડ ટુ
આ હાથ આમ લાવો.
અને હવે આમ જોવાનું આમ
Yeah, that's better now.
જે બાજુ હસવું
ભૂપેન્દ્રભાઈ, હવે
You
બરાબર.
are looking behind, Bhupendra bhai, not that side. You are looking toward the wall on the back.
આમ
Yeah, that's better. That's better. And now you do Kapalbhati 30.
આ બધા આસન કરીને પાછું કપાલ પર ઓલ આસન કરવાના અંતર કપાલ
યોગેશ વજન ઉતારતે છે આજે કીર્તિ.
ના
Kapalbhati for 5 minutes is really boring. Otherwise, that's why we added all these things. Okay. So we done that. So the next one we are going to do is the Bhujangasana or a snake's posture. How many minutes left, Bhuvan?
2 minutes. So should we log out and come back
Okay,
in?
no. If we got 2 minutes left,
Yes.
then why don't we do Anulom Vilom for 1 minute or whatever? We do Anulom Vilom till we log out,
Okay.
and then we log back in.
Perfect.
So we still have to do 5 minutes of Anulom Vilom. I only done 2 cycles, so we do another couple of cycles. So let's do Anulom Vilom.
Okay.
So if you do Art of Living course, you please carry on. I'm going to keep talking. So if you do Art of Living course, they do Anulom Vilom in a very rhythmic way. So they will say when you breathe in, that time should be half when you breathe out. So just to give you demonstration, this is what they do. They will say you breathe in to 4, you hold it to 4 and breathe out to 8. So they will say breathe in 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold 1, 2, breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, breathe out 2, 3, 4, like that. So basically breathing out should be slower than breathing in. That's the whole principle of it. We are not going to stick to any rigid rules on that, but that's, in case you come across something different and you think why they are doing it differently. But thanks to Baba Ramdev ji, he has taken out all the complexities, all the mystery out of all the pranayams and made them accessible for the general population.
Okay, once we are logged out, I will need 1 minute for the recording to be downloaded and then log back in.
Okay, fine. So we'll log back in a couple of minutes.
Yes.
Thank you so much indeed. Give yourself a big round of applause. You guys are doing very